to share with y'all the story of how we met and then how we became best friends. Yeah, so go ahead.
Okay, so this is 2013. It's school year starting, so it's like August, September, and we met in housing. And we primarily met through this Christian nonprofit group that was on campus called InterVarsity. That's how we kind of knew each other and saw each other more common because we were both in this club.
Yeah.
Right? And when I first met Raquel, I liked her off the bat. Like, but I like people naturally. Like, you gotta be really mean and really, like, crappy for me not to like you. So I, like, generally liked her. I didn't have a problem with her or nothing. And I'm a really out there kind of person. Sometimes I ain't got no shame.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
But for me, it's just really harder. It's harder for me to, like, open up and, like, make friends. I mean, like, I'm super friendly for sure, but, like, I was like, oh, Helen, she's weird. So, cause she would always wear these, like heavy metal type shirts with the big hair and, like,
I was weird. Like,
yeah.
And I still am, and I gotta love who I was and who I will be and who I am, but let me tell you, I'm weird. And
yeah.
So one time I saw her, like, she lived in this dorm.
Okay, so I lived in the dorm in the corner. Yes. So, like, I would have a window in the back of my room, and then I would have a window in the side of my room. And I would, like, my dorm was, like, right by the staircase to come to, like, the living area. And so one day I had my window open, and then all of a sudden,
hey, Raquel! Like, hey, what's up? How you doing? She's like, I'm okay. Like, hello. Like, yeah, she was freaked out, but I didn't really know that she was freaked out. That's just the kind of person, like, if I see you, I'll stop my car and start waving at you, like, Marissa! Like, and I'll, like, say hi to you.
Yeah, and so I was like, oh my gosh, this girl, she's too much for me. Sophomore year comes along, the semester, like, starts and ends, and then with this club that we're a part of, they have, like, a retreat for the students, for the student leaders, and I got invited, and so did Helen. And then so we needed to be at a certain place by a certain time the next day. So Helena needed a place to stay at, and so and I at this point I already had my own apartment. Well, not my own apartment. I had roommates in block. Helen had asked me if she could sleep over because we had to be at a certain place at a certain time, and I was like, yeah, for sure, I'll even pick you up. So I picked her up from Hollywood, and then we went to Camarillo. And do you want to pick up?
Yeah, and then we got to the apartment. The whole time I'm talking to her, like, I like you. Like, yeah. I really like her.
At this point, I was like, oh, she's cool. Like, yeah. I really like her, too.
But I was just like, oh, she's kind of cool. Like, you know, like, I was thinking that, and I was like, okay. And I was getting comfortable around her.
So was I.
And so we went to the apartment in Cam, and then we got hungry, and we were like, I think did you see Jack?
I don't know what I was like, I'm hungry. And then I think Jack in the Box. Because that was my favorite. That was my go-to, so.
So we ended up going to Jack in the Box. She loved Jack in the Box at that time particularly. I don't know if do you still love Jack in the Box?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of my go-tos, or was. Okay. Hopefully.
And, you know.
Jack in the Box, sponsor us! Just kidding.
But, we made friendship, like, literally.
Over food.
Over food. We broke bread.
Because it was like around 10-ish, and then she got the midnight box. I was like, this girl can eat. I already like her.
I know. I'm like, I ate the whole thing, right?
You did.
I ate the whole thing.
And I was like,
and the funny thing was, I was more hungry, but I know how I can eat. And I loved how she was like, eat it. Like, you were, like, telling me, like, no, don't be ashamed of being hungry or something. And I was like, I, like, appreciated that because your girl can eat. But she was just like, girl, if you're hungry, just eat it. And I was like, bust down, Tatiana.
Bust. That song did not exist.
Okay, that didn't. But I was really happy that she did, like, make me feel some type of way for eating that whole midnight box.
Yeah.
Which was really good.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, she's cool. And so we went to this retreat, and we went to Lake Isabella. Funny, because I ended up moving close to Lake Isabella.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and so we went for the retreat, And there was one night where we had like free time, and so we're like, hey, let's go hang outside. And then
and then like there was kind of a little bit of snow.
It
right?
was like already like hard, like it's like old snow.
So it's just ice. And I thought it'd be funny to like have a snowball fight or something. And let me tell you, I threw snow at her and I hurt her. And I was
she didn't throw snow. She threw ice at me.
That's true.
Right, like we had just had like a really like cool conversation,
like deep
conversation. Like we were both super vulnerable with each other,
yeah.
and like we're like, why don't we like do snowball fight? And so she picks up a piece of ice, thinking it was snow, and she throws it at me.
And your girl, like, and she's like, you're very like,
I'm very sensitive,
and I'm very brusca, like, almost like, and so like, to me, like, if she would have done it to me, I was like, like, but I felt so bad, and I was like,
She hit my forehead.
I did,
and I had a little bruise.
And I felt bad, I was like, oh my god, all the friendship, I was like really excited to have a new, like, because I felt like she was going to be like one of my close friends right then.
Aww.
And I really did. And I was like, I just ruined this over snow. Like, hard ice that fell from the sky. Like, I was so mad about that because it was so preventable. Like, so, like, I had this eternal thing going, like, you dumbass, like, in my head.
Oh my gosh.
She was...
No, but I was fine. I mean, of course I made a scene because it's Raquel, so...
She's a little extra sometimes.
Yeah, I'm a little extra, so, like, I was like, ah! But I was, like, fine. So, from there on, we just, like, started hanging out a lot more often. And then I feel like we, like, officially, like, became best friends at Catalina Island, right?
I feel like that too.
Or when? When would you?
I think Catalina was the catalyst for that.
Yeah, okay, so with the same club, for spring break, they do this huge, like, week-long club thing, and we get to go to Catalina Island. So we go, and she goes, I go, and I don't know, we just became, like, really close, and we had this one night, we were at the beach.
And we, like, talked. We were getting, like, really deep. Didn't we swing dance that night? Like, was that the same night that we swing danced?
Probably, yeah.
Did we go in the water together, too?
I think, maybe. It's when we went, like, in the water, at nighttime.
At nighttime?
Yeah, I think
it was, like, it was just too many spiritual things going on that night. Like, I was just, like, the stars are aligning. We're having this deep conversation.
Yeah.
Like, it was just such a beautiful night. And I just, like, realized that, like, I'm so happy that she's in my life.
Aww.
Like, I'm so happy that, like, I just felt like, oh my god, we're best friends. Like, that's what it is. Like, I feel so comfortable with her, and I feel so it's not
like a natural
nothing
thing.
Forced. That's how I think. Hello. I'm just kidding. That's how I think that we became like best friends.
Yeah.
I think that was the day.
Yeah, so that was sophomore year, and then from there on we just like were pretty much.
We hung out a lot.
Yeah.
I think after junior year was like, we were inseparable. I feel like we were hanging out all the time.
Like, but like we would always have these like midnight conversations in the car.
Oh my gosh,
those were the best. I miss those.
I love it.
And we just like had so much fun, and like,
it was fun. Like, oh my god, she would sleep over at the apartment that the dorm that I had.
Like, people knew that we're like best friends, but
eventually we ended up living together, and then I feel like that's a testament to how you really know a person. I was a little nervous. I'm like, I hope she still likes me after living with me. Like,
same. I'm very particular.
It's like I'm just very go with the flowy and very like, peace, man. And I was so worried because I know that she's not a very peace. Like, she's peaceful.
I've gotten better.
She has so much. But I was worried that I would frustrate her. But it worked out so well.
Yeah. We lived with each other for like a year and a half, and then like senior year. So we did senior year, and then we did a semester after that. And so we lived together that whole time. And it was so much fun.
It was
senior year was so much fun. But we can tell y'all later.
Yeah.
But you were an amazing. Well,
no,
you were an amazing roommate.
Like, you were an amazing everything to me.
Like
best friend,
best friends for
roommate,
life.
like everything. Like she taught me so much about life.
You taught me so much about life too.
She taught me how to make, ¿cómo se dicen? Enchiladas. Like you taught me how to
oh,
make those.
yeah.
And I make those now.
Do you really?
Yeah, I made some for my parents.
Oh my gosh.
They
Did
don't
you
come
get
out.
enchiladas?
Yeah, they don't come out as good. You have to
Oh.
teach me it again.
Okay,
I think I need a refresher.
YouTube video coming soon.
How to make Raquel's famous enchiladas.
Yeah. And she like taught me how to love people and how to appreciate people and have a passion for people just because she's such a people person.
I am a people person.
Yeah, and I love how Helen is so like if she puts her mind to it, she'll like go for it, and like she's like if she says she's gonna do something, she completes it, and I love her dedication and like you're amazing, best friend.
Thank you, best friend.
Yeah. So
see, we're the very good yin and yang. Like she like centers me, like you bring me to reality,
same.
and then I don't know what I do to you. I lift you up. I don't know what I do.
Yeah, you're a good hype girl.
I'll hype you up.
Yeah, and Helen's pretty amazing, and she's so great. And
you're so great. Like I can't right now.
Oh my
do you
God.
feel the love from the screen? Like there's love here.
So that's pretty much how we met and how we became best friends. And let us know in the comments below how you
met your best friend.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.